Thank you for tuning back into the Walk On Pod. I'm Luke Abdalovich. With me, as always, is Tommy Ball and Jared Waters. And it's becoming a tradition. This is a Wednesday recording. So, again, if anything that we talk about by Sunday is irrelevant, we apologize. A little later than usual Tuesday. And we're going to go ahead and add a new thing into our intro that we've stepped away from the last handful of episodes. If you're watching this on YouTube and that subscribe button is not pressed, make sure you press that subscribe button. If there's nothing in the comments, go ahead and start conversation in the comments. If you're listening to this on an audio platform, either Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcast, go ahead and like the podcast. You can leave a comment there. The polls are on the podcast. Follow us, whatever it is. We got to help it grow, and we got to ask you guys to do so. Now, with that being said, fellas, how are we doing tonight? Jared just made us wait to finish watching a TV show.
Underwhelmed. That's how I'm feeling.
Oh, nice. That's good. I feel like that's better than usual.
I hope it was worth it.
Underwhelmed. Luckily, we're all closer on the time zone. At least I didn't make you wait.
Yeah, I am back in California time. So
yeah, you got your art back, bro. This looks like a real apartment now.
Yeah, no, it's
Look
good.
at that.
Good home vibes. Good homie vibes. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it, fellas. A lot to talk about today. We're going to start off with our scouting report here at the Walk On Pod. Our scouting report is something we liked or didn't like in the world of sports, something we're giving a start, something we're giving a sit. I told Tommy I kind of have a laundry list of things, but there's one that I'm really going to dive into. So I don't know how you guys, we want to attack this.
I have one that we can talk about.
Let's do it.
Tom, you go first. I feel like it's becoming a trend that we have multiple. I feel like we just what really grinds our gears. Is really
I also feel like I also feel like we get into college basketball portal talk one way or another. So we might just add a segment because I have one of my laundry list items is that
the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. The
portal talk.
Okay, this is like a. It's just. I think it's more of a nitpick thing for me. I think
so
you
this
guys.
is a sit or this.
Yeah, it's a sit.
Word?
It's a sit.
Okay,
and I think you guys will agree. I think you guys will.
You can
agree.
nitpick a start.
It's a sit. I think you guys will agree. Okay, I like the play-in. I think it's a good addition, but I'm sitting the 9-10 game. If, like, for example, you're not within like 5 games of the 7 and 8.
Yeah,
you know
like
I don't see a reason for the Kings. They were both under 500 tonight. They're both 5+ games away.
And the Kings got banged at home. Like clearly, you guys were trying to end the season.
So,
like, why are we?
What would you do though? You would just have this 7-8 game be like a seeding.
I just wouldn't trigger the plan. I just wouldn't have it.
Okay, so it has to. Okay, I see what you're saying. But then, like, isn't that an
like
unfair
a clause
for? Like,
I think I like where Tom's going with this because
I like
then
the idea, but it's extra
that's
games though.
But you got to think about it though, like. But it's the dead period anyways. It's not like it's holding up the schedule. And also the other thing is it's going to make teams be more strategic at the end of the year.
Yeah. By the way, the playing games,
like those games actually would matter a lot more.
Yeah, how
the playing game stats still don't count, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah. Which I understand that. I think that's good. I mean, I would do away with it completely. There's no way that 2/3 of the league should have a chance to make playoffs. It's just shorten the season. Like you can't like say, hey, we're gonna play 82 games and you played like dog crap for like 70% of it, but we're gonna let the Bulls. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Like the Bulls have been in the play-in. The Bulls and the Heat,
the Hawks in every single play-in.
Yes, like bros, just because they shouldn't be in the playoffs.
I think if it's a tight race, like let's use for example, like the West this year, 4 through 8 was separated by like 2 games max, 3 through 8. Like if that was the case, 7 through 10, I think it's viable, right? But for the Grizzlies and the Warriors to have such an upper hand on the Kings and the Mavericks, and now John Morant tweaked his ankle last night. Now he's got to play Anthony Davis in a 1-game winner-take-all, and the Mavericks were 6 games behind the Grizzlies. Like that's just, I didn't sit right with me that they could be going home, and their record was way worse.
Yeah, I mean, they're just deciding who's going to get swept. So I guess to me it doesn't matter, but
right.
We got new addition to the pod.
Oh.
Beasley agrees. Okay.
Is that like Pam Beasley?
Yeah, that's what she's named.
Exactly what it is.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure I got my stats right.
Come on, that's good.
No, I think I agree with you, Tom. I think it's a good sit.
Yeah. We don't really have to discuss too much more into
No,
it.
I was gonna say I like your idea. The only thing is, so okay, it would have to be like you'd have to come up with a bunch of different rules. So like whatever the game amount is that separates it, obviously. But then like, what if the 7 and the 8 are separated by more than whatever that game amount is, but then the 8 and the 9 are close? Then you just have an 8 and 9 game. You know what I mean? To get so
point.
then we'd have to like figure that out.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Jared, that it would make those end of game because then like some of these, which Tommy, I just remembered one of my other things.
Nice.
Um,
Good. Light bulb.
some of these like 70% of the NBA games on the last day of the season didn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if you're trying to set like let's say the gap that you need is like 3.5 games. If you need a win now, and that before like it wouldn't have mattered. I'm staying in this spot, I know who I'm gonna play, but it could solidify you to play one less game to be in the playoffs.
Or what happens like in the NFL where teams are throwing games or teams are winning games to keep other teams out.
Yeah.
Like if I'm the Rockets and I don't want to play the Grizzlies, right? And I win my last game, knocks the Grizzlies out of because it makes the gap too big. I like that too.
Yeah, no, I think that
it just makes the game. I mean, like let's just call it what it is. We've said this multiple times.
Probably shouldn't just have I agree, but if we were gonna, like you said, if we're gonna try to do something like that, try to make it at least mean.
Yeah, I just cut 10 games. Adam Silver, just cut 10 games. Like start the season at Thanksgiving, cut 10 games. Like
I'm preaching this one. If this ever happens, or we might have to just blow up social media with all your clips of
post every single.
Yeah. Binge. Look at the date on this.
Yeah, I'd be like, it's just like
I mean, it's valid though.
But you gotta think like the most competitive regular season that any of it, like the most competitive games, I guess, and it could be multiple factors, was the lockout season of 66 games. That was one of the most. Every game was competitive. I also think it's because guys realized how much they missed to get to actually hoop, and like they never thought they would go. Like so, there's that too. And the COVID season, like was very competitive.
Good bump in the bubble.
Yeah, in the bubble, it was just all hoop. So I mean, I just think you can't allow 82 games to go and then just like sure you're like 5 games under 500, like sure we'll give you a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like tonight, like what if the Heat or the 10, right? So it's like if
both 10 seeds won tonight.
And Tyler Hero went crazy tonight. Like what if he does that again next game? And like then they're in. Like Jimmy Butler was doing that.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler was making money off that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Were the Heat the 8 seed when they went to the finals that year or the 7?
Yes. No, they were the 8.
It's crazy.
It's only the second time in history. So yeah, that's a good sit, Tom. I agree. They got to have some stipulation there because like there's just no reason why. I mean, no offense to like the Kings, like probably should just not be involved. Like
they didn't want to be out there tonight.
They definitely did not. And then like, yeah, I mean that's a whole different thing.
Both of them shouldn't have been out there. All right, that brings me to one of my first.
Oh boy.
First starts. These are some of them are gonna be like little mini ones. A couple of them I really want to get into. First mini one, starting Klay Thompson tonight. Last time in his playing game against the Kings, same exact game. 0 for 10. He was getting clowned, all that. He lit the spark for them. He came out. He was really their energy. Got them going. He was the reason why him and Brandon Williams, they like really started the spark for them, and that's why they pulled away. I think he was like 5 for 7 from 3, 25 points or something like that. So, shout out to Klay Thompson. I think that's really dope. And then my second one, kind of touched on this a little bit.
Warriors could use some of that shooting right now.
Swap him and Buddy Hield.
Okay. Anyways, keep going.
The last day of the regular season, I know I just kind of said like a bunch of those games don't matter, but I want to give it a start because a lot of these two-way guys that don't really get a chance, and a lot of these end-of-bench guys that don't really get a chance.
I know where we're going.
It's their day to hoop, and like I think it's kind of dope because you see a lot of dudes like really get off in opportunities that they don't really usually get to. I don't know if you guys saw the stat of Peyton Pritchard's last day of the season stat line. He averages like 30 a game on 60 from the three-point line. Like he's the last day of the regular season.
He goes crazy.
And I think it's really dope. So like obviously not of those games, you're either getting really good hoops like the Warriors Clippers game where it's like playoff type atmosphere, or you're getting something
Pat
that doesn't
Connaughton
matter.
going for 40 ball.
Yeah,
What a
like guys
Pat
that
Con 40
it's
ball.
fire. It's fire.
Hey,
What
shout out
about
JB,
that?
man. Shout out
Shout out
JB.
JB played
Yeah, I
47
was gonna
minutes in an
say.
overtime
Yeah.
win. That's after not playing basically at all since
He
the
played,
June.
yeah, that was like the total amount of minutes he played the
I turned on the
entire.
TV and I
So
saw Booyah get some shots up.
yeah, he had like 15, 7, and 2, I want
Yeah,
to say.
yeah, yeah. He had a good game.
Oh,
So yeah, those are my two little baby starts.
All right.
Now
Like I
we
said, I
have
have a
real
little
starts
laundry
or real
list. Jared,
sits?
you can go and then we'll go back to a couple of my other ones.
Okay. I have an actual start and then a mini sit. So I'll go mini sit first since we're talking basketball. I will say I wanted to talk about this, but I probably jumped the gun. I was gonna make a big stink about this, but it got better as the game went on. And I don't know, there could be multiple factors for this, but I just want to sit. And again, this is a bias take. I want to sit the playoff type atmosphere in Chase Center.
oh,
It's
so
just,
bad.
it's like there was so many empty seats in the first quarter. So I don't know if that's like people were like struggling to get in or whatever, but I'm like, dude, if there was a playing game in Oracle, dude, it would have been packed 35, 40
Luke?
minutes before the game even started.
Yeah, Luke went to went to a playoff game the other year and said it was
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you just got like if and this sounds bad, so like I apologize. You can cut this if you have to. But like the type of basketball fans you see sitting in those first
Ain't no
couple
basketball
rows,
fan, Jared.
like
Everyone everyone says this.
it's terrible, but it's like dude, I just can't it's just like a microcosm of why the team has gone the way it's gone. I mean, we had some good years and whatnot, but like dude, like when Steph leaves, like that arena is gonna be empty. I'm assuming it's empty now.
The
Like,
fact that Steph has to hype up the crowd multiple times
yeah, like
and
dude,
After
make
the
it
way he
like
finished the
that
game, dude,
is
are you
Yeah.
serious?
like
Yeah,
the fact
like-
that he has to walk to the sidelines and
like
tell
how
the
many
kids out,
T-shirts I saw on seats.
that's the
It
one
just
that makes
blew
me the
my
most mad.
mind. But you know what makes me the most mad? And again, I've thrown a lot of shots around here, and this is what it really comes down to: is that being in San Francisco and like the type of people that they attract in that arena, like they've priced real fans out. Like I can only imagine what one of those tickets in the lower bowl cost for
Insane.
like a regular ticket. Like go on Ticketmaster, get the ticket. I mean, it's probably like $600, $700.
No, the shirts is my biggest pet peeve. Like,
Yeah,
just
like-
put the damn shirt on.
Yeah, like
They make them XLs.
or
Just
or
wear the
don't
shirt.
put it, but don't put it on over your button up, your $300 button up that you
I'm
wore.
with the put it over the button up.
Put it
Nah,
on
I
the
don't-
button up, man.
Put it
I
on
don't
the
like
button
that.
up, man. What are you
I
gonna
don't
take the
like
button
that.
up off and then put it on? You can't do that.
Or I'm not wearing a button up to a playoff game. I'll tell
Yeah, but
you
if you
that
came
right now.
straight
It's gonna
off
get
work,
rowdy.
taking calls for
Man,
Oracle, you gotta
no,
go.
I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing
I
that.
saw a
Those are
picture the other day.
non-fans. Those are not real
Okay,
fans.
so your beef isn't with the shirt. Your beef is just the people.
I saw a
Yes.
picture last night.
You're not
It
allowed to
was
put a shirt
Steph
on.
Curry. It was Steph Curry in Oracle Arena in like 2014 on the sideline after and one straight yellow in the whole
Yeah,
front row.
that's
And
what
then
I'm
last
saying.
night on the 4-point play, button ups, polos, no yellow.
But like that's what I'm saying. The
so
people
ugly.
that are going to the games aren't people that are going because they love basketball. They're
No.
going because it's like an event that like their company or they just like their friends are going. And it's like, yeah, sure, I'll shell out
It's
$1,400.
Silicon Valley.
Like,
It's Silicon Valley taking over. That's all.
yeah, it's terrible. So I hate it. So that's my mini. My main start. And someone told me this. I did not know this was a thing. So Luke, I apologize if this steals your thunder or if you already knew this and I'm dumb. I'm gonna start the Masters for one. There's so many things you could start, and I know we're gonna talk golf.
I'm sure Tom told you this, what you're about to start.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, if this is what if you're gonna start what I think you're gonna start, I'm gonna start clapping.
No, I'm gonna start the fact that the Masters pays CBS extra money
Oh,
for
yeah.
less commercials.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Tom?
Yeah.
I did
They
not know.
actually pay out of pocket
So
so that there's less commercial breaks.
that and part of the deal goes towards the Masters app, so that if you I don't know if you knew this part of
No,
it.
I didn't know this. Let me hear.
It's all within like the media rights deal for the Masters
Okay.
because it's like obviously such a big event.
Yeah.
If you've ever watched the Masters on the Masters app, you can. I don't think it's every single group, but for the most part, you can follow each group. you
Oh, it's
want
like watching a
individually.
tournament.
It's like watching. It's literally like watching it. So it's like
dude.
it's
yeah.
super like. And again, there's
Yeah.
not many commercial breaks and all that, but that's because then the Masters gets the rights to be able to do that. So it's like
That's dude. It's like when someone told me, I was like, because I watched almost every. I
you don't
almost
miss
watched
anything.
No, and it's like, it's just the most well manicured production of a sporting event that I've ever watched.
Everything about the Masters is perfect.
Like it's perfect. Like it's just less commercial breaks, and then like it gets you right back to the action. They're good at jumping back and forth. Like just the production and alone of it's just like, I mean,
It's a tradition like no
I'm
other.
taking that over everything else. Like give me that over the Super Bowl any day.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
Yeah,
but
while
yeah,
we're on it, let's talk about it. This was on my list too,
that's
but I
my
did
start.
think we were going to talk about it because Tommy
Yeah.
brought it up. No phones at the Masters.
That's the best thing in the
Amazing.
world. The
No
best thing
phones.
in the
So
world.
I don't know if you guys saw the clips. If you're there, obviously there's no phones. You can't like. This will bring me into another point that we'll talk about later. But you can't watch what else is going on everything, right? Did you
Yeah.
see the videos, like the clips of reacting when they put the scoreboard up? Because you don't have a phone. You can't
Yeah, so you have no
keep
idea.
track of
Yeah.
It was crazy. So like when Rory
Yeah.
blew up on
Yeah,
13,
yeah.
it put up the score to go back to -11, and the whole crowd was like everyone reacted in
Yeah.
unison.
That's
Like it's
so
so
awesome.
genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, no.
organic and genuine.
And,
So
and you can just like hear like the roars, like that's what they kept talking about in the broadcast. Like that's the one thing about the Masters, like the way that it's set up in Augusta is like, dude, like you can literally hear a roar that will like smoke your shot off. Like dudes would like duff shots and pass.
I don't think a lot of people realize how like it's a lot of these courses that are PGA courses or just like courses in general, like are very I don't want to say cart centric, but like they're easier to get around on a cart. You can see how tight Augusta is. Like obviously in Amen
for
Corner,
sure.
like the 3 holes are literally
Yeah,
on top
yeah,
of each other, but
exactly.
for the most part, it's all within a very small.
Even in the front, like
footprint.
even going from 1 over to like 8,
You can see it, right?
Yeah, you can
Like,
see
it's
the
literally
green
like playing a
from
muni,
the
but,
tee
like,
box.
it's
Yeah,
obviously not. But like that's what you're
Yeah.
saying. Like with the amount of crowd that they draw and like these big
Yeah.
groups on Sunday that like are following, you're gonna hear what happens 3 holes over.
No,
Like,
exactly.
literally.
And like, and especially those guys that play those courses enough, like you can, based on where the sound's coming from, you can know if it's ahead of you or behind you.
Yeah. Like if
So it's
you've
like
been in the
if
Masters
you know
before,
someone's like behind you and just like birdied some stuff or like hit an eagle, like you know what I mean, hit something crazy. Like I'm sure when Rory hit that shot on fit, like I'm sure the eruption, like
Yeah.
everyone on the
Well, I
back
think
side
everyone
that.
heard like all the people that were by the scoreboard, like you could hear
Yeah.
them react to the score being put up. Like I
Yeah.
don't know, I think that's cool.
Or like when Rosie like hit the birdie putt on 18, like
Yeah,
dude,
everyone-
it was
and that's at the top
electric.
of the
Yeah.
property. So it's like
Yeah, it's like yeah.
no,
No.
So do they just check at the security, or is it just like a thing that
yeah, I
like,
don't know how it's
you can't bring
regulated.
So some places I think, well, I don't know about Masters, but like there's like, so if you went to like the White Stripes or like Jack White, he was the first one that started doing it. They give you these bags at like when you walk into the venue. You put your phone in the bag and then they have the key that locks it. So the only way you can unlock the bag is by going back out of the actual venue, like into
Okay.
the hallway or into the foyer. And then the security people have the key that will unlock the bag. They will not
'Cause they
let you.
can't take your phone in case.
No,
there's
they
something
can't take your
or
phone.
something, yeah.
But so it's like these little bags. They look like little like
That's
fanny
cool.
pack things. So that I don't know if they do that at the Masters, but that's how like the musicians have been doing that for a while now.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's pretty sick actually.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the
No,
coolest shit
it's-
I've seen, honestly, because you see the picture of Rory on the ground celebrating, and it's not this.
dude, yeah.
Everybody like
Pretty
LeBron
awesome.
scoring the points to pass Kareem in the crowd. It was all phones. It's like it's
Yeah.
actually people like
Yeah.
No,
Then,
it's
like
sick.
that's what it's about right there.
Dude, also on a side note, so I found this Twitter feed that a guy was like sharing all these pictures from all these photographers because obviously you can't have phones.
This is so good. This is really we're professional podcasters, guys. I have this
Yeah.
on my list.
Yeah. Okay. Did you see the special guest who had the picture?
It's Ken Griffey Jr.'s picture.
King
Yeah.
Griffey Jr.
Sick.
That's
Is
so
that not
sick.
so sick?
Yes,
I
that's
think that's the
amazing.
coolest thing ever.
That's amazing.
So
that's
people saw that and they were like making jokes on Twitter and they're like, no, it was really him. He was the main
no.
photographer.
If you click
18.
on the dude on the Twitter thread, put his actual photography
Yeah. awesome. I think it's so
tag
cool.
on
I
there.
think it's so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had that Ken Griffey Jr. Dude,
Yeah.
he was the main hole 18 detail.
Yeah, he had the best. Honestly, he
The
had the
massive
best
lens.
view. Yeah.
Yeah, the picture that is going to be the Rory winning picture is the
Is gonna be Ken Griffey's. Yeah.
So sick.
It's so
And,
cool. I didn't
like, and
that's
I,
such a random thing, but
dude,
it's sick.
so sick though. And like, and Tommy brought it up, and I'm gonna today. I actually had a chance to sit down and watch most of them, and I'm gonna, over the top this, but like, dude, the Nike commercial might be the best commercial I've ever seen.
They're so
That,
good.
like,
They played
the-
they played one of the old Tiger Sports Center ones too.
No, like, dude, like him, the one of the story one where him watching Tiger, like, dude, like that is cinema.
That's
That's
my
2
favorite.
minutes
Are
of
you gonna be a
cinema.
Rory fan now?
I'm not gonna be a Rory fan, but I respect the game. I respect the game.
Gotta tip the cap to
So-
Yo,
you've been a documented Rory hater.
I never hated on his ability to golf. I always hated on his comments.
Yeah.
He did still smoke putts. He did live up to his.
Hey,
But I'm
did.
telling you, I made this.
Oh,
I
he's
think-
going on a tear. He's
I
going
think
on.
he might make a run for one of the greatest right now. Like
No, he's gonna go on a
obviously it's gonna
tear.
be
He does
impossible
not
to kiss
care.
those numbers.
When's the
But
next major?
dude, he's not.
month?
That was his
1 month?
In a
No,
month.
he asked when the next major is. It's in a month.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
saying.
PGA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a month.
He
But
already
he's-
won the players, right?
Did you see what he said?
Yeah, the Players isn't one of the.
I was like,
It's just like a big tournament, though, right?
Yeah, it's the Open, it's the PGA, it's the Masters,
U.S. Open.
U.S. Open.
So I don't know if you guys heard what he said. They were talking about the PGA and everything, and they were like, "Do you think a season Grand Slam is possible?" And he said, "Well, you got to win the first one to do it." Right after he just won it, I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, chill, Rory, chill, Rory.
That's
Hey,
so
I'm not.
bad.
No, I'm with you, Luke.
I'm
And
not
I,
counting
like,
it out. That's got to be the biggest mental hurdle to overcome. Like you
Dude,
saw his
what?
emotion.
Yeah,
are you
like,
serious?
and plus,
It had been 11 years.
11
since he
years,
won.
and then
Yeah.
like I don't know, like
That's
I think
crazy.
they did a really good job of documenting when it was him and Angel Cabrera in the final group, whenever that was. It had to have been like 9-10 years ago. It was like old Rory with the curls, Jumeirah
Yeah.
on his shirt, and like he blew it like a 4-shot lead down the stretch, and like that's
Yeah.
really been the one that's haunting him, like very well
Yeah.
documented.
I also
11
think
years is insanity.
well, he won his first one at such a young age. Like I can only imagine
Well, he
the
was supposed
difference.
to be the one, like he was
Yeah.
supposed to be the one.
No,
that
but I'm
Tiger.
saying like think about like the mental, like, bro, like I mean, even for myself, right? The person I was 3 years ago, like think about the person he was when he won his first one at like what, 19?
He was a child, literally.
Like he was literally a kid, just out there like ripping it off the tee.
Dude, yeah, he was a problem. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go on a tear.
No,
Now.
he's got to
probably
go
so mentally
crazy.
free right now.
Yeah, and plus like the other thing too is like he's at that like prime age and he's really taking care of his body. Like I mean I don't like
He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he I don't know, this was on my list as well, so let's talk about it. I don't know if you guys saw the comments with Bryson after the round.
I
That's a
didn't.
level. That's a level of locked in that I can respect.
Dude, well, first off, I hated the way Bryson responded to it. Like he
I felt like people
Oh,
misinterpreted.
so what happened? Let me,
so
give
they
me,
were
give me
like
the rundown.
so obviously there was this big buildup between the Bryson and Rory rematch, right?
Okay, yeah.
They asked him after, they were talking to Bryson and his media coverage after, and they were like asking about the round, blah blah blah, and they were like, "Did you and Rory exchange any words?" And he was like, "He didn't say a word to me all day." And then Bryson was like, "That's not me, so I can't really say anything about it." Blah, blah, blah. Dude, tip your cap. He buried you on Sunday. Like,
Bear, yeah. I mean, you
Literally,
folded. I
he
mean,
literally
Like the
yeah.
way
buried
he
you.
said it, they asked him. He's like, "Oh, I didn't talk to Rory. He didn't say a word to me all day."
Yeah, which
And it was like,
if I'm bright, no, but the part that bothered me was that's just not me. Like, I don't really care. He literally buried you, mentally buried you, and we watched you unfold. Like,
Yeah.
like, I'm not trying to like. That's what happened because
Yeah.
probably he was in your head. Like, there's a clear reason why you're answering this the way. So, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, Rory did not say a word to him all
Well,
day.
and
which
it's
I love
like,
that.
dude, like, and like,
he now said the
Luke,
same thing about Tiger in 2019.
right? Yeah. But so like Luke has been on the course with me in some tense situations, and I'll just say that. But the funny thing is like I agree with Luke that like that all that was calculated and intentional because like especially if it's just you and another person playing, and you're good like they are, where
And
like
he
you're,
beat you a year ago in the U.S. Open.
but not even that. No, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking like you know how like if you have two bad golfers, like you guys are not gonna cross pass, right? Like you're this way, this way, this way. These dudes are both in the fairway, like
Yeah, putting the
balls,
same spot.
like so you're next to each other a lot. The amount of times like you have to cross pass and stuff,
Yeah.
like that had to be like thought out and methodical. And like
Definitely
you
was.
said, like he folded you. Like that's like essentially what happened. Cause like he almost like well he literally almost gave it up so many times. And I think that's the other reason I was gonna go into is that like why I think Rory like to be able to pull that one out, like to pull that win out, like dude, it's never gonna be tougher than that the rest of the year.
No, there's no
What's the story on Rose? Do we feel bad for him? Isn't that too many?
Nah,
no,
it's
I
really
think-
hard to
I
keep
think-
a 4-day lead.
No, I don't think. I mean, I think he played the best Sunday he possibly could.
Yeah,
Like it's just
he shot a 66. I mean,
Yeah.
He
he
was
just
too well. Yeah, he had an amazing Sunday. He had a bad Saturday. You can't
Bad
have a bad
Saturday.
moving day and
yeah.
win the Masters. That's the
Wait,
'Cause what
isn't that
happened-
I thought maybe I misheard him. Isn't that the second major
Yeah,
he's lost
I think
in
it
the
is
playoff?
second
Yeah.
time he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I,
rough.
the thing is too is like
if he lost to anyone other than Rory, I think he would be talked about more.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the whole
they're friend. Yeah, they know each other.
yeah, he
and
was
they're
nothing
cool,
but
yeah.
class after.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
it sucks to lose. Obviously, we fell short, but like you got to feel. For him.
Also,
I
like
also saw a thing that I really liked that Rory said. Maybe I don't know if you guys saw it, and it was like, they were just like, how are you able to like lock back in after smoking that putt essentially? And he said his caddy was just like they hopped on the cart to go back to 18, and his caddy was like, hey, playoff to win the Masters, you would have given an arm for this
Yeah.
4 days ago. And Rory was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're right. Let's go.
I mean, Luke's made a good point about when we talked about it when it was happening. Like, he had just shanked that same exact shot like right before, so it's like he's too good of a golfer. Like he was gonna put it close. Like he wasn't gonna shank two shots like in a
Yeah.
row like that. The same exact
He
shot.
just
Like,
the tee shot. Once he put the tee shot there, I thought it was done. But
Yeah.
Rosie obviously put a good second shot up too.
yeah. No, I
This
mean,
is
and
a
I
great
think
Sunday of golf.
And I think the other thing too, Tom, and again, I'm not as seasoned as Luke, but it's like in a golf tournament like that, having a bad Saturday is really hard to recover from because then you like feel the pressure of I have to press and I have to like
Yeah.
I have to take shots at holes to try to catch up, especially the way Rory finished Saturday.
I
Like
think
you're
there's a
you're
reason why
3-4
it's-
back.
There's a reason why it's called moving day. Like
Yeah.
that's where everyone gains their momentum and like
Yeah.
solidifies himself for the weekend. So
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it, yeah. So overall, I mean, shout out to Rory, man. Like I said, he's caught a lot of heat from me on here for his comments, not for his golf acumen. But hey, respect to that. And I totally agree with you, Luke. I think
Can
that is a weight off the shoulders that only he can understand.
I don't think
Can
any
I
of us
shift gears here for a quick second with
Yeah, go
breaking,
for it. I was going to anyway, so you're good.
with breaking news? The Sacramento Kings and Monty McNair are parting ways.
No surprise there.
Yeah, no surprise.
You heard it
They
here
were
first on
waiting.
Walk on Pod. Yeah, that was
34 seconds ago.
yeah, that's funny. Think
Yeah.
it's well deserved. Anyways, let's move on. We're gonna go to
Yeah, where's Cameron Salerno when
we've checked
That's
out
That's
a
who
lot of
that's who
boxes.
texted me.
That's so crazy.
Literally a Salerno. That's a Salerno.
He's
bomb.
been calling for that for a while.
Yeah.
We've checked a lot of boxes off of my laundry list here, so we're just gonna go through a couple more things. We're gonna go towards a little bit of portal talk, in college sports. We're gonna first start off with I have a sit with a having a family member as an agent. Now I'm gonna kind of broaden this topic here. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with what's going on with the Nico Lamiluiava or however you say his last
Didn't
name
he just
situation.
commit?
He was holding, so he's the freshman phenom quarterback at Tennessee. He was holding out over some NIL dispute, right? About he wanted more money coming back for sophomore year, all this. His mom is his NIL agent, right?
Bad decision.
You can't. I think it's different. Like the James Harden situation, like all this.
James was
different.
already
Exactly.
It was already a
He
max.
was already
guy
James Harden. He
solidified.
was already
Yeah, it didn't matter.
established. You just did that to keep money in house. I get that.
Yeah.
If you're coming up, especially in the college scene right now, where you can't have emotion involved in the NIL discussion, there's no way. There's no way it works. You can't have your mom in there telling your head coach that you're gonna hold out over some. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
You are.
So that's a bad look. That's a bad look to me. I didn't know that it was his mom. I found that out after looking into it. Because at first I think it's like we got college kids holding out. He's a freshman or he's gonna be a sophomore. Like, come on, dude. Are you
18 years
serious?
old, 19 years old.
And he wasn't like. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tommy. He wasn't what he lived like. I felt like he was supposed to
No,
be
he
better.
wasn't. He should have been better.
Exactly. So he can get.
I think that's why they parted ways with him.
Yeah, they were probably like kick rocks, dude. Like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think that's kind of lame.
NIL is completely out of control.
Out of control. So one in there. So to close the book on that side of this topic, they're saying he's going to go to UNC with Bill Belichick. So we'll see how that goes down.
I do want to say one other thing though too is that I think it's good when the college coaches don't give in because that's like we've talked about that in other facets, but it's like it's good that they don't feel like at least some of these coaches don't feel like the pressure to give in to that.
Yeah.
So.
And so like on that, sorry, I was going to close the book on that, but one more thing. We see a story like this in every like an NFL draft. I don't know if MLB, but NFL and NBA for sure, that someone drops a significant amount of draft picks because they had a family member dealing with it, right? Or one of their homies that they're trying to break off. It's never a good idea. When you're trying to come up and make a name for yourself, there's a reason why these agents are good at their job. It's because they're sleazy. They keep emotion out of it. They keep all that out of it, and they get the job done, right? If you have a family member, especially your mom, who's probably more emotionally involved than anything, it's not going to work.
And less seasoned than anyone
Probably
else.
Has no idea what she's doing. Probably has no idea.
Like unless your mom is like Candace Parker, yeah, your mom should not be involved. But then did you see Jaden Daniels' mom at the wedding?
He
was smacked.
That's so funny.
She's everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so last thing, before we get done with my little spiel here of starts and sits. Again, this relates to the portal. This relates to NIL and everything. I'm sitting college coaches who don't do their research. Again, this is one that I feel really passionate about because I think it happens a lot.
This is good.
I think it happens a lot with the kickbacks and the such and such played well here. How about we deep dive like a lot? I think a lot of these NIL conversations and portal conversations and all this go to a high school recruitment or how many stars they were out of high school or how many points they had this year and not deep dive into the actual player they're getting because you see it every single year. At the end of the season, there's some turmoil for some bogus reason over some highly touted person because someone didn't get along with somebody. It's because you didn't do your research. There's so much more to making a college basketball team or college football team or whatever it is than a number on a page. Like the looking at the portal and looking at, I don't know if you guys know this, the portal, there's actually a database that you can go into the portal that it spits out a real ranking of where they think that players. Yeah. These coaches literally look there, go to the contact, and make calls, right? Without actually doing anything. That's not going to build a good team. That is building like if I wanted to build a team on NBA 2K, that might work because I'm going to click sim and nobody's going to interact with each other. No one's going to play real games.
Hey man, shout out the Red Raiders though, man. Shout out Chris Beard. They saw 52 on the spreadsheet and they made the phone call.
Look, man, there's a reason. Look, and I praised Coach Stoudemire for this as to why like I lasted him so fast. When he would call me, like I'm sure when I was in the portal, whatever the reason why someone would call me was whatever the reason. But when he would call me, he didn't act like he was selling me a used car. We just sat there and talked about ball for 40 minutes. And then he'd be like, hey, I know you're local. Like if we can ever get in touch, just let me know, blah, blah, blah. How do you like that? That is getting to know who you're trying to recruit. Not, oh man, you shot the hell out of the ball this year, man. 22 points a game. Oh my goodness, man, you really filling it up. But he didn't get along with his whole team.
Price range would have been.
We know what it is. No, we know what it is. We do. Yes, we do. We have insider info.
Luke did actually give me a number the other day. Never mind.
We're not going to talk about it because we have insider info. It's irrelevant. 2, we don't know how accurate it is. And 3, I don't really want to feed into it. But yeah, that's what
I want to feed into it. I want to feed into it. Yeah, I want to feed into it. Yeah,
and we're going to give myself more things to edit out. So so yeah, that's my spiel. That's my sit.
You know what else is funny about that is that the one question that I feel like these coaches never ask when like someone hits the portal or like they're trying to recruit a kid that's in the portal, they never go back and ask like, why did that kid not work out there?
the portal.
Exactly.
Like,
Dude,
like
there's
why-
a reason
like-
why they weren't playing. It's college basketball at the end of the day, bro. Like, there's a reason
Yeah,
why they weren't in the game.
There's a reason why Cooper Flag never comes out. Like, it is not because he's gonna go make a bunch of money in the NBA. That's
No, it's
it's
very dumb to
because
me.
he's good.
It's
And
because
he
he's
plays
good and he
hard.
gets
Yeah,
along with his
by the way.
players and he plays the
Yeah.
right way. And
Yeah.
Good
you know,
defense.
Beasley
Yeah.
has a lot to say about this too. She was
Yeah.
really.
There's a lot
very-
of delusion in college sports right
I
now.
also
Well, it's
think
just like
I-
taking the easy route. You know what I mean? Like,
there you go. And that's why so many people. One, did you see the stats on the portal right now,
Yeah, it's
Tom? I know
sick.
you've seen it.
it's sick.
Talk to me.
Here, I
It's
can pull up
like-
the tweet,
Oh, you
actually.
have it right now,
Yeah, well, because we were talking about it in a different.
dude. Tom, it's
group
like
message.
it's actually worse than it's ever been. I don't know. They didn't
Is
give
it
the
people in it,
specifics,
or-
dude.
Here,
He'll give you the numbers. I think I know if you're telling me the right tweet.
D1 men's basketball transfer portal by numbers week 3. Total transfers 2,050. Total committed 393. Still looking 1,657.
And it closes this week. It closes in
on
a
the
week.
22nd
It closes in a week.
in 6
That's
days.
so bad. I've actually there's a lot of guys who are throwing their name in the portal that just don't have eligibility.
Yeah,
They're
no,
like,
Really?
they're like putting their
that's
name in
one
the
that we
portal.
know.
They're like putting their name in the portal with the hope that they can get a waiver. And it's like,
I'm gonna do that.
what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we
Baker
doing?
Mazzara, baby. Baker Mazzara.
He actually
Um,
has a legal another year, that which is crazy.
But yeah, it's like I also like, but at some point, and we actually talked about this earlier, Luke, and I'm glad that we're talking about this now. At some point, it's just like an NBA franchise, right? We just talked about the Monte McNair thing. Like, at some point, you got to look at the top. Like,
Yeah.
who's making these hires? Like, who is doing the
someone's
actual
gotta
homework?
final okay it.
Yeah, like someone's got to be like, hey, this guy's gonna do a good job. This guy's
worth
gonna
$1
be
million.
organized.
I
Like-
guarantee you.
Yeah, like, hey, this guy is gonna pick the right players for our program.
Yeah, man. College teams have GMs now. But yeah, we this is beating a dead horse. We talk about it all the time, so that's my fault for bringing it up. So
Yeah,
go back
yeah.
around. This next conversation I'm gonna bring to the table is gonna help us get into our starting 5. Now we talked about how great of a Masters Sunday it was. We talked about how that was the last day of the regular season. There were a lot of big time NBA games going on. Now, fellas, you could be at the Masters on Sunday with no phones out and not know what's going on other than the group you're following. Can we talk about being at a sports event in person versus on the couch? Because I saw a lot of debates on Twitter that like how electric it would have been to be on 18 with Rory, security, all that. But I'm like, I had a great time not moving from right here all
Yeah.
Sunday. I didn't turn
I
on
was
the
just
other game
flipping
because I
back
was
and
locked into
forth.
golf. But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Tommy was going back and forth. You can keep an eye on everything. I have the stats going. I can watch this. I can watch that. I got to watch my dog start. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sat my ass on this couch. As great as it probably would have been to be at Augusta on Sunday and been a part of that moment, I think I probably, as a sports viewer, enjoyed more being right here.
Nah, I disagree. But you're an old man, so that makes sense.
You're literally 40, so like.
Not 40. Disrespect me like that.
My bad, my bad, my bad.
I will
think it's
have
a-
I will have Beasley smack the shit out of you right now.
She won't do that.
Luke, I think it's a fair point, but you don't use Augusta as the example because
No, it's hard.
on
It's hard
18
because
would
that's
be
obviously a
different.
heavy one.
Yeah, being on
Yeah, I
18
mean, even like, I was at the 4 overtime game between the Nuggets and the Blazers in the playoffs. Like that
you
was.
were there.
Yeah, I was there.
What?
Yeah,
It's a random pull.
yeah. I'm just saying, like that's a random game that who would have known that was gonna happen, and I'm forever thankful that I was there.
It's a lot of
I feel
basketball.
like
you got.
some days are better couch days though.
I don't.
And then like
nah,
I can't
don't
speak on
think so.
football, but I just feel like football is a couch sport.
No, football is definitely a couch
Football
sport. I would
feels like a
never.
couch sport to me.
I've been to football games.
And baseball is kind of a couch sport as well.
I don't watch baseball, so
Baseball, I don't know, man. I don't go to enough baseball games.
Well,
I don't
I
watch
mean, like,
baseball.
But dude, okay, like let's say on opening day, let's say you're a big.
I'm sorry though. Like, wait, I don't know actually because sitting on a
Baseball-
couch watching
baseball in
baseball is
person
gonna
is
put me to
different.
sleep. Yeah. Baseball on the couch puts me to sleep.
Yeah, you're probably right. Baseball's probably not a couch sport. I don't know, dude. I just think it's like, dude. I don't know.
I think you just are old and you don't want to leave your house. I think.
I
Dude,
think
but
that's
like
what
I'm
it
in the
is.
comfort of like I was in here.
See,
with
look, here
my
he goes. He's talking
slippers
about
on,
comfort. Yep, slippers.
chilling, eating wings,
Yeah.
watching Masters, and
Yeah.
getting updates from the other game
I,
from
I
YouTube.
got back and I left my good slippers here at Kalen's house last summer, and I've just been fiending for them this whole time.
Dude, what's wrong with being
They were just sitting there. There's nothing wrong with it, but
comfortable?
I'm telling you right now, I've been to enough sporting events and live
Luke,
events. You
Old
can't
soul
replace
Validation.
you can't replace it, bro. You can't. Like,
No,
you
I
can't,
yeah, I no.
can't
That's why I
replace it.
wanted to bring it because I think
No,
I think there's a
I'm
debate
always
both
gonna be an
ways.
in-person. I'm always gonna be an in-person person.
So if you were
I-
at the Warriors Clippers game,
Yeah.
great game of basketball,
Yeah.
but had to miss what was going on at the Masters because you.
I mean, I had my phone on me, so I mean, it would have been okay.
so
And
you would've
that
been mid?
so here's the reality though. Okay, let's just be honest, because you know how my life operates for the most part. I didn't finish watching the entire round of Sunday until last
This
night.
guy called me. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
Dude, just
Oh,
turn
I
it
got
on.
done. I got done training, and then I see that what the box score looked like with the round.
Tommy was over here blowing up about the Warriors game. It was a great
Bro,
Sunday of watching.
Yeah,
the
Luke's
Warriors
like, yo,
play.
Tom, shut up.
I said, I'm not turning it on.
Why
Yeah.
and Steph are going
No.
band for band right
Yeah,
now.
No,
bro.
it's
I
funny 'cause
was
I went
watching.
back and
I was
watched
jumping
the-
back and
the
forth
rundown of it,
and
and I was
doing
like, dude.
rehab. Yeah.
Uh,
I think yeah, I'm always gonna be an in-person person, but I also think to be really honest, like without joking around, like I feel like you have to have some kind of emotional like
Tie to it.
connection to
Yeah.
it for it to be worth it, I guess. Like that's maybe why I don't care about watching baseball or watching football, like whether it's on the couch or in person, because like those aren't things that I'm like not emotionally tied to.
yeah.
Like I can feel emotionally tied to the golf stuff or to
No, that's
basketball
what-
stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I think it was just I saw people arguing on Twitter, and I was like, it's actually a good conversation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's the one thing I will say as I've gotten older. So I'm not 40, but I have gotten much older. I do not like crowds, and I do not like being
Yeah.
crowded. So I might not have loved being like I might have been one of those people that got to the Masters early and put my fold-out chair out and been that
But I would
guy.
have wanted to see everything that's going on because even if
Yeah.
I follow a group, I don't get to see what's going on in the other groups. Or if I sit at a hole, then I get to see a group pass. I don't know.
I mean, that's the joy of living life, man.
And I'm just glad that
I
I
live
was
in the
here
moment.
and Masters paid CBS for less commercial breaks because I was
Yeah,
sitting
see,
here
there you go.
enjoying it.
I mean,
That's a
either way,
fantastic segue, Lucas.
Fantastic
either way,
segue.
it's
Yeah,
great.
thanks, man. And that brings us to our starting five. Today we got starting five sports venues. So I brought this one to the guys because I knew I wanted to bring this up. So the way I pitched it was it could be the actual arena / stadium / whatever, or it could be like the event if it moves, it doesn't have a permanent spot. Do we want to go to the wheel, Jared, or no?
Oh,
Like,
screw the wheel, man.
screw the. What if I do a different?
I'll
wheel?
I'll go second. I'll just go second, and you guys pick because
All right,
I've been
Jared, you
first.
can go first since you always got complaints. Man.
All right,
Rock-
let's get
no,
it.
let's rock paper scissors. No.
Do you want to do the reel for just us?
Yeah, just me and you, Luke. Let's
gonna
see
do a
if it.
different
Let's see.
here.
Okay, do a different reel. Actually, put Tom in there. I want Tom to have a fair chance here.
Okay, so you want a different wheel?
We're doing the wheel.
Yeah, we're doing a wheel, but a different wheel. Don't do the same stupid wheel.
Okay, let me find one. Random.
Why don't you have Beasley pick?
That's a dog. What is she gonna do?
What do you mean? set
I'm
the cones
willingly.
out?
I'm okay with going second. I'm okay.
No,
with
we're
going.
gonna do a wheel.
no,
We're gonna
yeah,
do a
we're
wheel.
gonna do a wheel. But if like literally,
What
if
order
you
of
just
names do
put,
you want me to put it on here?
I want to go. Put me last.
Okay, Tommy. No, you tell me. You just tell me, Jared.
What? Tell you what?
Who do you want to go first?
Oh, go Tom, then Luke, then me.
Okay, Tommy.
I'm saying, but if you set like a different cone out and had Beasley go to the cone,
Dude, okay. You think I don't have that set up right now. Could be a good. We could do that one day.
Come
but
on,
not-
man.
Not today.
just like they have the dogs picked in the tournament.
Yeah, no, I agree. We could do it, just not today. All right, here's our new wheel.
Come on, Beasley, step it up, man.
Tommy, Jared, Luke.
God, I'm yellow. I hate yellow.
I love yellow.
Live spin.
That's just because you're Trojan. Mr. Trojan.
Wow.
There's no way. There's no effing way. Oh, I couldn't tell. Let's go.
All right, Jared's
I'm,
first.
I'm taking first.
L.A. and Tom.
This is guys. This is not a good message to our viewers. Complaining doesn't get you what you want.
Yes, it does.
All right.
All right, Tommy second. Wow, look at that.
Poor
Jared
Tom.
first, Tommy second.
Look at that.
Tommy,
Tom
way to be
said I'd go
humble.
second.
You spoke it into existence.
Yeah,
did.
there you go. See,
All
look,
right,
the
Jared,
energy, the energy
mess
heard
this
you.
pick up. Don't mess this pick up, Jared.
Starting five.
Come on, man. This is the easy pick. I'm going point guard, and I'm going the Masters. We just talked about it.
Yep.
It was the
So,
most.
I guess this one doesn't count because they're all together. The Masters and Augusta's like.
Yeah,
similar.
yeah. I would just, yeah. I mean, I also think like truly, like after watching all of it, like the entire tournament, it's really cool. Like just to see the different, like each day brings something different. So I guess that's a unique thing about like the Masters or like a golf tournament, right? Is like there's 4 days and so much different stuff
There's
happens
really
on each
5.
day.
'Cause
Yeah,
everyone
'cause
says
you have the par three.
practice days are the
Yeah.
better days to go to, which I
Yeah.
agree. I think I would rather do that.
Yeah, go see the par three. Little
And
saw
then-
Rory's
and then I
daughter
get
hit
to
the
sit my
putt.
ass on the couch for something.
Yeah, they should have Rory's daughter. Rory's daughter should
You
have
guys
done all
were
his
saying
putting.
you guys were saying all the vending is like
It's the
the
same
OG
price.
prices, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
get a
like
boatload of
$2.
snacks and
They
Yeah.
do it
15
right,
bucks.
man. They do it right.
It's because they make
Like-
enough money.
Yeah, like do you like what was it? I sent it to Luke. This was last year or 2 years ago. I think the merch store makes like I think over $1 billion.
Yeah, it's $1 million a day is what I think it
Yeah.
was or something like that. They
Yeah.
well, because they only sell Masters branded stuff during the Masters week,
Yeah,
and so they can
Yeah.
run up a price on it.
yeah, they
obviously.
run. I mean, yeah, I think it's like so, someone listed the prices and it's like it's not anything crazy, but people go crazy. Like, they go in
it's
there and spend, like,
here's
10
a Q-tip
grand.
that's probably worth $50. I'm gonna pay $200 for it because I can only get it for these 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, okay, Jared. Masters.
The
let's
Masters,
take that
yeah,
set
at point
off the
guard,
board.
yeah. I mean, I feel like that makes sense. We were just talking.
Yeah, it could be a little recency bias too, but it's definitely. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm
Deserve it.
convinced. Like, I think I'm definitely gonna take Masters Sunday off. People in the basketball are like, oh, are you working Super Bowl? Are you working Super
Wait,
Bowl
what?
Sunday?
He said he's taking Masters Sunday off next year.
Wow.
This is
Wow.
a development out of the KI.
I'm gonna go. I'll go PG as well, and I'm gonna go with Oracle Park. San
Really
Francisco Giants.
great park.
Interesting.
though.
That place is so gorgeous.
It's 18.
Such a-
Kayla and I were talking about it before. It's AT&T Park. You know what I mean? Like,
I
thought
hate the fact
yeah,
that
it's
No,
it's
it
AT&T
is
Park, but
Oracle.
it is
Yeah,
Oracle
yeah,
Park
yeah.
now.
I
we call
agree,
it.
Tom. That's a great pick.
No, it's
Yeah.
a great pick.
My favorite. I mean, obviously I love basketball, but like
Oh man, the iconic, the
view-
bonds, the splash
Yeah.
hits. It's just like so iconic.
Nothing-
Well, it's like
yeah.
nostalgia for us. Like,
Yeah, no, for sure.
you know what I mean? That's a really good pick, though.
But it is actually, I will say, like I've sat in every part of that stadium, and like there's really not a bad seat.
mm-mm.
That's the other cool thing.
There's a
Those
good
are
view in
freezing,
every
so
part.
good.
Yeah, it's a good spot. Nice pick, Tom.
Okay, nice. Okay, I got some my starting five last week was a little questionable according to you
Yeah,
guys.
not a little questionable. That thing was.
I got some good ones here. I'm gonna go point guard as well. I have a venue. I don't have a similar to Tommy. I have a venue, not an event. I'm gonna go with the Mecca. I'm gonna go with Madison Square Garden.
Good
I
pick.
think if we're
Yeah.
talking NBA venues, that's the one you got to take
Yeah,
there.
that's definitely the one. That's a
I'm
good
gonna
pick.
put that at point guard, and then I'm gonna go to small forward. Actually, no, I can say this one. I'm gonna go to shooting guard. I'm gonna go to shooting guard, place I've never been. And again, we talk about we're not big baseball fans, but I think this is kind of the pinnacle of where history and like modern baseball meet. I'm gonna say Fenway Park. I think
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Nice.
That's the one.
Nice.
So I put Fenway at my shooting guard.
Perfect. Big Tom.
I'm gonna go small forward, and I'm gonna go with Oracle Arena. We were just talking about it, Jared. That
Okay, this guy's just straight bay to bay to
Yeah.
the bay.
I mean, you can't blame the guy. He got personal.
Yeah.
No, eh,
and I'm trying to factor in places that I've actually been before I go
like
to
that.
the
yeah, that's
I
fair.
have
I
it
like.
too, that
Yeah, I'm
I
not
would
mad
use.
at the pick. You know how I
Yeah.
feel. I've seen lots of games there, and
Shoot, man. I mean, Luke, you've been to a game at Oracle,
Yeah, I
right?
went to Oracle.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
it's
there's
just they just don't
energy
make
up in
they
the-
just don't
We were
make
up in the
arenas
cheap
like
seats
that.
and
I
we
mean,
couldn't
yeah,
see the scoreboard.
yeah.
The energy
don't
was
make
just
arenas like that
different.
anymore.
The way they'd
couldn't
fire
see
off
the
the
scoreboard.
fireworks after a win when you're leaving, like everything about it is just. And I would go to watch parties when I couldn't go to the games, and the watch parties were still absolutely rocking. Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
just a different vibe in there.
I just don't think
Everyone's
they make
wearing the yellow
fandom like
shirts
that
in the
anymore, to be
playoffs.
honest.
It's all
Yeah.
yellow in that
Yeah,
place.
even We Believe, man. We Believe was an amazing time.
It's the spot.
Oracles,
spot to
both
be.
oracles off the board for Tommy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
you know me.
Okay. This is good. I had there was a real battle at the shooting guard. But I wanted a lot of scoring. But there could not be a lot of scoring in this situation. But I'm assuming if the team that won last year is in it again, there'll be a lot of scoring. So give me the Champions League final, wherever it
Nice.
is. It changes from year to year. I guess I'd have to look and see where it is this year. But
Soccer is just
yeah, yeah.
oh
Champions League final, man. Like I can only imagine the amount of like
That's real
energy.
fandom.
Like that's like real like we're taking a national holiday to like,
yeah.
when Real is in there, don't like there's nothing going on in Madrid that day. And the other cool thing about it that I like soccer has its own style. Having the aggregate and stuff like that and having like two matches is pretty dope, I think.
It's the best way, honestly,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, I think it's awesome. So yeah, give me Champions League at the shooting guard, get lots
Yep.
of goals. And then at small forward, like in Tom's, I was going back and forth. In Tom's same fashion, I wanted to speak on something that I've been to. It was only one time. It was insanely expensive, but we had a good reason. So give me at the small forward, give me Final Four because it
Yeah.
has good utility and it changes it changes identity every year.
No,
And
that's a good one.
the crazy thing about it too is like it's so nuts that like so many of these things we're talking about is like the championship, but people like don't even go to the game on Monday.
No, it's all about
It,
the four.
it's all about Saturday. Go to the two games Saturday and like and it was awesome. I mean, it was super fun. The one we went to, and that was the North Carolina Villanova year. So
Like it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
yeah,
Like it, like
yeah,
it,
that
like
was a
it.
great one.
Nice.
So yeah.
Jared, good good pull with the Champions League. I'm gonna go soccer here as well, the shooting guard. Um, can't tell you why I'm a fan of the squad, but just am from my FIFA 13 days. Give me Old Trafford, Manchester
Mm,
United.
yeah, those are the days, good old
History,
Beckham days.
rich history over there in
Yeah,
Old Trafford.
yeah, it's a nice
Old
venue.
Trafford.
I think it's getting redone
I
this
think it
year or
is
next
too.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna redo it, so that's gonna be sick.
hmm
Nice.
I want to go. I
Okay.
want to go to the English Premier League game real
It's so
bad.
fun, so fun.
Yeah, it's
Have you been to one, Jared?
Yeah, I'm in a Stamford Bridge. Come on, Blues all the way,
That's
baby.
awesome. That's so awesome.
Go ahead, Luke.
let's see. All right, I think I'm gonna go to my center. This is, I mean, there's obvious reason why it's the center. I believe it is the largest stadium in college football. I think this is kind of like, to me, if I were to like be able to go to a college football game, this is where I'd want to experience it. I'm gonna go to the Big House at Michigan.
Mm,
I think it's just like that's where real fandom is. It's butt cold there. Everyone is packing the arena. It's
Yeah,
arguably the best football every
I
single
think it's what
year.
115,000
It's
people.
massive. And the way
Yeah,
it's constructed is so sick to me. It's literally just one massive bowl all the way around,
yeah,
right? And so it's like
yeah,
it's just like a classic college feel, I feel like. So
yeah.
I'm gonna put the Big House at the center. And then I'm gonna throw a curveball here. Actually, it's not really a curveball, but I don't think we really thought about this one. Hopefully you guys didn't. At my small forward, I think this would be electric. And this is one that isn't bound to the same place every year. It moves every time. It's actually every 2 years. And I'm going to go to the Ryder Cup. The Ryder
Yeah,
Cup at my
nice.
small
Yeah,
forward.
that's a nice pick.
It's in for a sport like golf that's very, country club respectful. Well, that's when all the emotion comes out. Both
Yeah.
sides come out. They
Team
hate
golf.
each other. It's sick. Everyone is
Yeah.
bought in. Like it looks rowdy every single year. It's in the United States this year in New York at
Yeah.
Bethpage
Bethpage.
Black.
Yeah.
So I just think that would be really cool to go to.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I haven't been to a PGA event. I've been to the celebrity tournament, which obviously is laid back, but like I think that's probably one of the most fun golf events to go to.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I like that.
I'm gonna go with the silky smooth power forward. This is more of a Euro type game. It's not Euro at all, but um, give me Pebble Beach here.
Nice.
Give me
Nice.
Pebble Beach here.
Yeah.
I don't
Believe it or not,
I-
it's not the most expensive public course you can play.
really. I was
No,
just
there's
gonna
one that's
say,
like
I don't ever play
$1,100.
it, but
Well, dude, the freaking win in Las Vegas is like the same prices. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's
I
like
don't know
it
why
just
you
looks like
justify
being
that.
Maloney out there.
Like, what are we doing? It's only a 1 square
No,
block.
yeah, Tom. When I find that tweet again, I'll send it to you. There's like I think Pebble Beach is like third or fourth.
It's up there for sure. But yeah, there's one.
it's third or
There's a
fourth.
few.
There's one that's like 1,100 or 1,200 around.
It's like might as well just be private.
Yeah, TPC Sawgrass is right there. I think it's like 1,100 to play.
where is that, by the way?
Sawgrass is Florida.
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah. That's where they play the. That's where they play the players.
That's where they did the players, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what TPC
It's the one with
stands
the
for.
crisscross grass on the fairways.
Sick.
Yeah, good call. Pebble Beach. Down the road,
Nice.
you could really get there.
Yeah, they did the
I mean, the Pro-Am
LPGA
is
event.
pretty easy to go to.
Yeah, and the
That-
LPGA event. Martine went to the LPGA event. He said it was really good.
I think there's a tournament this year there.
Oh, maybe.
Well, I mean, I know they played the AT&T, but I think
Yeah.
there might be a PGA event there this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jared,
Yeah. Kind of.
Power Forward Center.
Yeah, power forward center. I guess I need to mix it up. So I'm gonna make a little switch here. At power forward, this isn't something that I've been to or something that I like am actively trying to go to, but I know I want to go watch this at least one time in my life. It just would take a lot of stuff going or like a lot of movement, a lot of logistics. So at power forward, give me Wimbledon, man.
That's not a thing, by the way. It's not a thing.
Why not?
Wimbledon.
Yeah,
Wimbledon, sorry.
Yeah, come on, don't be disrespectful.
Oh, my fault. You know what I meant. Shut up.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think we had this talk last time.
Yeah, did we? Did I say it wrong?
We'll
We've
talk.
had this conversation. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what I'm talking about. The place with the grass and the tennis balls.
Wimbledon.
Great, it's great selection.
And I've been to Wimbledon.
Okay. Just now he's being a dick.
Sick.
Okay. Now at center. I'm telling you right now, I wrote this down. I'm gonna butcher this, so just bear with me. And this event finishes here every single year. It's huge international event, and it's a beautiful way to end the event. Give me at center the Champs-Élysées. I'm gonna say it wrong. Tour de France.
Champs-Élysées.
Yes, sir. There you
Nice.
go. Tour de
Nice.
France. That's where every year, and usually usually the last stage, and the winner has already been
we already
decided
know.
by then. So they ride in. Yellow jersey rides in with the champagne and the team, and it's a great victory lap, literally. So
Nice.
yeah. Champs-Élysées.
Races. You guys are gonna like this one. As my center, I'm going with Churchill Downs here.
Dude, there's no way you just took Churchill Downs.
I took Churchill Downs.
Jack
was my
Harlow
power
fan.
forward.
I took
Man,
Churchill
big Jack,
Downs at the
big
center.
Jack Harlow guy.
No, but bro, that would be electric to go to the.
That'd be so fun, man. That would
I
be
thought I could
so
save that
fun.
one to my last pick too.
Give me the Kentucky, man.
Yeah, that's a really good pick.
Let me see the
dude. I
Kentucky
think that's just an
Derby.
experience.
Yeah. Are
dude,
you gonna
I
wear?
feel like
What are you
I-
gonna wear, Tom? What's your fit gonna look like?
I would have to go buy something.
Yeah.
You have to find a nice hat.
I can't say I have anything in the wardrobe.
Yeah, zoot suit.
Right now.
Dude, I'm actually pissed. You just took.
I'm
that.
sorry, Luke. I had
No,
to.
No,
I mean,
don't
it's
be
such
sorry.
A great pick, man. It's such a great pick.
Doggy dog world out there, Luke.
It is.
No, I mean, look, that's what happens when we do this. All right, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go to. I mean, I'm gonna go to like what what I grew up on here then. At my power forward, the best venue in college basketball. Give me Cameron Indoor Center Stadium.
Yep.
Yeah. North
Uh,
Center.
I mean, I would love, I wish I had the chance to play there. Would have been obviously pretty sick.
So it's hey, you might have a chance to go though. Now you got
Facts. All right, walk on. Walk on. I wanted to go a few different routes. I kind of wanted to go with one that I felt like was the coolest venue playing in it. So I specifically went with one that I played in. I believe I took this as a walk on in our college arenas draft, but I'm going to take the Pentagon out of Sioux Falls. It's a classic college basketball
You have
arena.
taken that.
They show out for G League games on a Wednesday night in negative 20-degree weather. That's awesome to me. That's awesome just for the love of hoop and like the love of their team.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
thought it was super dope to play there. So give me the Pentagon.
Nice. I liked Jared's tennis pool. I'm gonna follow up with one. Not a grand slam though, so that's why it's the walk on. It's an overlooked maybe
This is
down
nice.
of
I like this.
tennis. I'm gonna go with that's actually going on right now. ATP Masters 1000. Give me Monte Carlo. It's right on the water. It's
You're gonna do Indian Wells.
absolutely
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I thought the same thing.
You thought I was gonna do what? Indian Wells?
Indian Wells, yeah.
I
But
was
nice.
Indian
That's
Wells. Indian Wells did come to mind,
still a
but then
great pick, though.
yeah, but then I thought about Indian Wells and I'm like, okay, it's in California, so let me get a little more exotic. Let me get in the water in Monte Carlo, clay court. Clay tennis is super fun to watch. So
That's a really good pick. Yeah, I thought I was writing down Indian Wells. I thought for sure it was gonna happen.
Indian
I
Wells
wanna
would be a
go to
lot of
Indian
fun
Wells
too.
one year.
And
My
Owen went, right?
Owen and Hannah both went this year. Send us a
Yeah, I was
message, let me
texting
know.
Owen when he went. We were texting during the Tiafo match. He
Yeah,
was there.
shout out to Tiafo, man. Good play though. Good play.
At my walk on, the reason I put this as the walk on, I have a lot of options here, but I feel like this one.
Workhorse Fitness.
Okay. Never.
No free advertisement, man.
This one.
The wheel.
I can't focus now. This one, just let me get my piece off, man.
The nest, sorry.
I feel like this is the perfect walk on because this was an event that was looked at or looked down upon and not taken seriously. So they embraced it. And now it's the most unserious event, but it's also everyone's favorite and most fun event. Give me the Waste Management Open, man. Because now, like, that is the opposite of golf, but everyone loves it. It's the anti-golf. Yeah. It's like getting it kind of out of hand, honestly, at this point. Like,
people love it. Why do people love it so much?
I think that's why they put it in February though.
Yeah,
So
it's the Phoenix type, like, but it's the Phoenix vibe. Like, that's like, if you go to ASU, right? Like, that's literally just all the people that went to ASU just go to that.
Yeah.
No, they literally do. Like,
Yeah.
that's actually what happens. I remember
Yeah.
when I was at NAU, like, we would all talk because it was usually towards the end of the season. They were like, "Yo, you're going to the golf tournament this weekend?" I was like, "What do you mean going to the golf tournament?" Like, people in Arizona, they go to the golf tournament.
No, it's like, and plus, like you said, it's not too hot, so like it's the perfect time to do an outdoor event.
Well,
like,
it's like not in the peak of the golf season. Like,
no,
it's
exactly.
like just as it's kind of the first like bigger event. So
yeah, so like, and that's the thing is like,
good ever play there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You said what?
He said, "Is anyone ever good play there?" Yeah, no, a lot of good players. Yeah,
it's a major PGA event.
Yeah,
Okay,
especially now because now they get a ton of sponsorship. Yeah, so they get a ton of sponsorship, so they kind of pay for all the big name people to go because then that obviously just makes it bigger and like
you can sell seats on 16 for way more.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's funny to look at the pictures and the video of what the course looks like without the stadium seats. It's just like it's just nutty.
Completely different. All right, so Jared took Masters at his point guard, Champions League final at his shooting guard, Final Four as a small forward, Wimbledon as his power forward, Champs-Élysées end of the Tour de France at his center, in the Waste Management Open as his walk-on. Tommy took Oracle Park as his point guard, Old Trafford. Old Trafford as his shooting guard, Oracle Arena as a small forward, Pebble Beach as his power forward, Churchill Downs in the Kentucky Derby as his center, and Monte Carlo ATP 100 as his walk-on. I took Madison Square Garden at my point guard, Fenway Park at my shooting guard, Ryder Cup at my small forward, Cameron Indoor Stadium at my power forward, the Big House, Michigan at my center, and the Pentagon in Sioux Falls as my walk-on.
I just want to give a quick shout out Indianapolis 500 and the Maui Invitational. They didn't make it, but
Invitational I had down here too.
Yeah, that was Indy 500 is crazy. Not that it's something that I would love to go to, but like
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, that's a staple though, man. Like you gotta think like,
I'm not knocking it. I just don't think I could do it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I could either. That's why I couldn't put it on my list.
I almost had in here WrestleMania. Again, I'm not hip to the culture, but
no, WrestleMania is awesome.
People love it, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Where does that go down?
Huh?
Where does WrestleMania go down, or does that?
It changes. It changes. Yeah, it changes.
It's like a massive thing, isn't it? I don't know. You don't follow it or anything right now, do you, Jared?
I used to. Yeah, I used to.
Dude, apparently there's like some big John Cena thing going down right now. I don't know. I don't follow that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't like. Yeah, once the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels and all that stuff and all that kind of pass. I've been twice. It's pretty
interesting to hear people talk about it though. They're like, obviously we know it's fake and all that, but they're like, it's like a reality TV show.
Well, so the other thing too is like if you watch the Vince McMahon documentary, like it actually does a really good job of expressing or explaining like Like there's it's like really good storytelling. So it just like it's like a daytime soap opera.
That's like a soap, yeah.
It like it pulls you in and it like and they're so good. Like people like Vince was so good at like pinpointing the talent and then like helping them actualize, like really develop into like a real like dude, you couldn't tell me that Undertaker did not come back from the death when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like dude came out of a coffin and then choke slammed his twin brother, Kane, through a table.
Yeah, they got young
Yeah.
Jared was like,
No. He was dead. Yeah.
Alright, Jared, what you
Yeah. Well, we were talking about all kinds of cool stuff.
that was a good episode. Man.
Yeah, great episode. And even if the airlines lose my travel case, I'll be okay because I keep my 60 tucked tight. We're taking 50 chips worldwide tonight. So when I touch down, the birdies are going to be looking bright.
Nice.
Tuck tight, baby. Keep it tight.
Tight. You keep that thing. He tucked that.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Another episode in the books. It's midnight for me, so flying off the dome, whatever. We appreciate all the listeners as always. Hit that subscribe button if you're on the YouTube. You know what to do. These are your favorite walk-ons. We're walking out.